What is going on, guys? This is allegedly episode 4. I am Wendy. Today I have with me Sharisa, Marius, and today we have 2 new guests joining us today. On my left we have Shen. Welcome to the show. If you have
Shen. Thanks for having me.
It's actually his birthday today. Happy birthday, bro.
Happy birthday.
Thanks so much for my guy.
That's what's up.
And then to his left we have the beautiful Nin.
Oh, thank you. Hello.
That's awesome. So, how you guys been? How's the week going?
Pretty good, man. Pretty
Awesome.
good. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
A lot of things happened this week. I feel like.
All right.
As
Yeah.
usual, like
Every day, every second.
I know,
everything's
right? Busy week. Every day slit. I respect
It's
it.
snow today.
So true. So true.
I know, right? Like, so do you want to go right into the topics, or are we gonna we have some stuff to say off our chest for the listeners?
They can present themselves. if they
Yeah,
want.
talk a little bit about yourself,
Oh.
Shen, and then if you got anything.
I'm Shen. I'm probably the granddaddy here.
Oh goodness.
Granddaddy.
Original
And
daddy.
I'm a year older today. These are my friends of years. I don't know if you guys were counting.
Oh,
But
yes.
I from Jamaica and been living in Pittsburgh here for a while though. So it's very interesting. I've been through a bunch.
Mm.
And here we are today. About to get it in.
Hey.
That's it.
Sounds
That is
good.
awesome. What about you, Nin? Anything you
Oh.
gotta say to our listeners?
Well, I'm from here. I'm from here. Been here my whole life. 34.
Cool.
Gotcha.
I'm actually with Shin.
Oh,
So that's
Oh.
a different
Oh,
experience
okay.
being with a
Okay.
foreigner.
okay.
And I'm the only one here who's from the United States, so this will be
True.
very
Oh yeah.
interesting
So
for today.
when she says she's from here, she means Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh,
She's
yeah,
from
yeah.
the. Yep.
She owns
She
the
calls
States.
everybody else a foreigner, typical American
Yeah.
style. Yeah.
That's there. So that's beautiful,
So
guys.
this is how it'll be today.
That is awesome. Thank you for joining
It's me and
us.
Shin.
This is, and of course we have Marius and Sharisa, the usual cast. If you guys have anything else to say,
Nothing.
Nothing.
I don't.
Nothing. No.
that's awesome. I just would like to say thank you for our listeners. Our views have substantially been growing. It's been awesome. To anybody that's listening, share it, subscribe, like. We
Yeah.
just make this thing a bigger thing.
And let us know if there's anything you'd like for us to talk about or include in the podcast.
That's true. And anybody that wants to join, feel free to call us, contact us. Email us, even if you're just a listener from the outside listening in, and you don't know any of us. Always feel free. Our email is allegedly412@gmail.com.
Yeah.
That's thank you. We posted. We post. Huh? So yeah, we just actually Nin took care of the vibe and she just brought a birthday cake for Shen.
Sorry.
We're just eating that right now. Somebody gave me a plate with no spoon. I appreciate that. No, you're good. Don't worry. I got this.
They can,
It's all good.
you know what I mean?
You know
It's about,
The real
it's about
MVP.
mom, you know what I mean?
So
She take
okay,
that.
while we're eating though, and while we can talk about the little
Oh my
things.
gosh, it's so moist.
It's pause. Okay.
No, we're talking.
No, we're talking for sure.
I'm sorry.
No,
Okay.
you're good. So, first topic is
It's
for
really
discussion is we're gonna talk about the lady that got the plane diverted and landed in India because she found her husband cheating. And I'm gonna
Okay.
put some light into this for the listeners that don't know what happened. So they were on a flight, I believe, from Qatar to some city in India, and her husband was asleep and they were traveling with their family. And while they were on the plane and the husband was sleeping, she unlocked his phone using his fingerprint and then found some text messages that were suspicious, and then she started going crazy. Of course, as she should, I believe. And then they had to, the air hostesses and everybody else try to calm them down and everything, but they could not, and she was also a little bit intoxicated, so they had to kick out the whole family off the plane, and they landed in another city they shouldn't have, and they had to get kicked out. What are your guys' thoughts on this topic? Go.
You're like, oh, it's a
What?
marathon.
Yeah, where they from actually?
I think they believe they're from Qatar. Like, let
They're
me
from
see. I'll check
Qatar.
it out while you talk about this. I'll check it
Okay.
out. What's up?
That's
I think the cake took over.
It's
It's
that
really
good,
good.
huh?
Yep, everybody's
I gotta
fine.
come
So
to
this
it.
is I would say, a family with like young kids.
Yeah. They're
Okay. So they're probably working class and stuff. And they were with their children on this flight, and the wife used the husband's finger to unlock his phone, and that's how she confirmed or suspect that he's cheating.
it's
Yep.
yeah.
Oh, by
And
the
she
way,
went off
she went off.
She
and
went through the. She's not
couldn't
suspecting
brought back
it.
down.
She
Huh?
just.
She knows now by going through his phone that he is cheating. It's not suspicion anymore. It's confirmed.
Come on.
So I want to say,
Wait, just to
Okay.
add before that, no,
Like-
before she says that, just to add on this point, it's an Iranian woman
Okay.
and the family, and they were going from, I believe, from Doha, Qatar to Indonesia. So they landed
So
in
Qatar is
India.
a country or a city?
It's a country. Doha is the city. Qatar is a country.
Okay.
So-
And they're going to India.
Indonesia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this was it.
But they landed in
They
India.
had to land
They
in
arranged-
India.
They had to land in India.
Oh, I
so
see.
that they can kick
Because
them off.
the lady was irate and she was irritated, of course. But yeah, sorry to cut you off, Nin. Go ahead.
no, not to say that he was right about cheating, but the way the situation was handled was inappropriate.
Exactly.
She picked the wrong time
Yep.
to go through his phone if that's how she felt like she needed to get the information that was
Well, if you think
necessary.
about it, though,
That's the best time.
at what other time in their household,
Mm-hmm.
doing life in a home, do you get to just have the phone right there, your husband right there, his finger right there, and you right there?
I feel like if you're living together and you're sleeping together, those opportunities come often.
True.
No, that's there, but then in a closed space whereby, like, I don't know, maybe if the guy was cheating, he wouldn't
Maybe they
feel
were
as
bored enough.
comfortable, you know? Like, maybe his phone is locked up in different ways, or he has a bunch of phones where he keeps his phone away.
But in the air,
You know! You know!
in the air,
Me-
when you go looking for something, you're going to find it. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, I think that knows everything, to be honest. That's why when she was talking about, is it suspicion or is it confirmation? I'm
She
like,
probably was the.
how can you know I'm cheating through a device?
Wait, what?
I think the way you confirm that someone is cheating
It's by physically.
is by some
By
kind
catching
of
them?
more
Yeah,
organic
see, like,
matter.
exactly,
The
like,
person
what
says,
is like-
not just the person saying, "Hey, I did it," and
Yeah.
here is me
And then-
doing it, or here's the proof, or the other person saying, "Hey, I did it to your
No,
to your
you
partner,
can
and here's
find
some kind of proof."
You can find a lot through a device.
Okay,
like,
a
what
video.
type of
If
proof?
it's not a video,
What
It's
type
their
of proof?
breadcrumbs that they leave. Like when somebody
like,
goes,
It's- that's
either
the
the
suspicion.
meetings or the videos or this talking. Maybe she did it on the plane because she
people
probably
flirt,
felt.
man.
What if?
Sometimes people do that as like a voyeurism type of
Exactly.
thing that they get off to get out. And
What-
plus,
what-
if
I
you're
didn't get what
married,
you said.
huh?
But it's still
Repeat that
cheating.
again? Wait.
voyeurism.
Yeah, uh-huh.
That's when you do like fantasy things.
Still cheating.
Oh,
Like-
I think he didn't like
People talk a
physically
certain way.
cheat, but he
okay,
it-
so.
But they
Like,
do that
he
to
was-
escape
okay.
their
They
reality.
pretend.
So
They
I
do
guess
it
that
to
brings up
escape.
another point. What
But,
is
okay,
cheating?
What is cheating?
What
Like, okay, what is
constitutes
in a
as
sense
cheating?
is cheating? That's another good
always
point.
the thing. What is cheating?
Is it the physical part,
He
So
emotional.
or
somebody
is it
said-
just the emotional
I saw somebody said
connection?
if you're not able to do what you would do, what you're doing in front of your girl,
Remy
like
Ma.
Remy Ma, you know, the OG. She said if you're not, hey, but it's a big saying. She did not. invent it.
Look at
I'm
you
not gonna
being-
give her all the credit.
But you heard it
She
from
said
her.
if you are not able to do in front of your wife what you're doing with the other people, it might be texting, whatever it is, then it's cheating.
You just need.
I don't know, just for perspective wise. But what do you guys think is cheating? Consider cheating because it all depends on the person itself.
Absolutely.
Maybe she did it on the plane because she felt what maybe safer.
That's true.
If she was to
Yeah.
confront him at home, you never know what would have happened.
This is true.
But let's just
So
look
she's
at her
like,
background too.
am I-
An Iranian woman.
I was
Yeah.
thinking about their
Maybe,
culture, like
yeah,
how,
like,
It's
how would
it's
she
usually
be?
conservative. Over.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's
like
what
why
I'm
would she
saying,
be
like,
comfortable
if
enough
he
to
was
do
to-
that?
if
I'm
she
not
was
gonna
to-
be comfortable enough to
That's a
go
very good point.
crazy on you at home.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what's gonna happen.
Happen,
Maybe
exactly.
you can beat me up, but in public,
Yep.
I can beat you up, and whatever happens, happens.
So here's my thing: that if they're more conservative, why is she on the plane being allowed to drink?
She was drinking too. That's another one.
Yeah.
It's a very
Yeah, yeah,
I
that's
feel like
very
what's
smart.
going on here.
That's very
But
smart.
no, still wait
But you
for
can
it.
be
You can be
conservative
I
and
was about to say
still
that.
drink.
Yep. Because you can be
I don't know
very
about that.
conservative. Like you can be conservative in ways like religion wise. Because she could even be an Iranian woman that's a Christian that is allowed to drink. You don't know. But like
But
she
her
said,
family or
if she was
something
to
might
freak
still
out on
be-
him in his own home, in their home, maybe he could have retaliated. Maybe he would have reacted
And
in a
nobody
different
would
way.
have
But now
known.
he's in public in different
She's
international
emboldened.
waters. She's got more courage.
She's feeling empowered.
But I also feel like the way she went about it in front, like where the kids were involved, was also a little bit weird.
I
Cause,
truly thought it was just two of them.
cause like your kids, I can only imagine if me getting kicked off a plane because my mom was freaking out on my dad because she caught him cheating.
And come
In
on,
public.
my thing is, if you're you're going through their phone because you're like, let me do it
It would
in
be
this.
cool if it happened to my friends.
Let me
but
do it
not-
in this sneaky way, just in case I found something. Now, okay, do you plan on if? I really need to be saying
But like
when.
usually people
When you
sneak-
find that something,
Yeah.
do you plan on how you're gonna handle it? Like, are you gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna like kick him out of bed, kick him off the bed? Oh, I'm gonna like make pandemonium on this flight. Like, do you not think this through? Like, what kind of selfish act is that? Like, okay, now you found out some stuff, you think he's cheated, and now the whole flight has to pay for it. Because even when people say, you don't even turn to the person and say, you won't believe what I just found in my husband's phone. You took it to the point of, okay, you make it known what's going on, but then when people try to be like, okay, you're on a flight, we're like thousands of feet in the air, there's kids on here, you know?
Or you think
Don't you just like, I mean, to me, like, why couldn't you just hold that to yourself and like wait until you get off? But I guess we're asking about the act.
Be honest. If I found out I was being cheated on, it don't matter the location, my G. I'm going crazy. I don't think I get embarrassed.
I
in
feel
public,
like, here's what
so I
I'm
don't think
saying.
I'll
I'm
do
saying
that
it's
in
the
public.
context. It's
But
the
like-
context of you going to find it. It's the context of how you found out.
Okay, that's true. Okay, I got it.
Because you're already going into something knowing that you're bracing yourself. Like you're kind of like setting up yourself for the if or
if
the
you're
maybe.
looking for something, you
You know what
already
I'm
thought
saying?
something.
Me-
So you
know what
must
I
be
mean?
bringing yourself into it. It's not like I'm hit with it. I mean,
Okay.
I guess you're hit if you see it.
Maybe
But you
she
went
was
and searched.
suspicious about it, and there was no other way to get a hold of the phone.
But if you
and
have
that
a
was the
suspicion,
only time.
yeah.
But she, you know, when you're like, I might be wrong,
Yeah.
but you still check to see if you're gonna be wrong, and now you're right, and you didn't think you might be right, so you didn't plan on how you're gonna react. And it's so much to ask for a person. Like, don't be emotional. Like, hold it in and then wait on. And she had alcohol in her. I mean,
Exactly. That was the other
I-
thing they said when they were trying to control her. She was a little bit intoxicated, so it was. Of course, things are going to seem a little bit exaggerated on her side, even though I felt like she had all the reasons to freak out. But okay, but back to the point we were talking about. What is cheating, and then what? Like he said, because Shen brought out a very great point where he said, he could have been getting off of the fact by like talking to other women some type of way, but he might not physically cheated. Might not have physically
Yeah,
cheated.
even if
So,
it's like sending pictures. Like
is
that,
that-
stuff
do you
just
think
boosts
is that
people's
cheating?
insecurities.
No, I'm
now.
saying, like, I know, but I'm saying
what do you
still.
mean sending pictures?
like
People will see, oh, why did you send a picture of yourself to this person then?
Just your
Like,
face, right? Like,
That's a whole
Talk
other
that
topic right
So,
there,
does it
right?
matter if it's the
Mhm,
face
it's
or the
deep
chest?
in.
That's not juice
Like-
talk.
Does it matter if it's the bulge or the naked skin?
just you
Oh my
as like
Vice versa, if your girl, for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
She sent
Not
another
nudes.
guy, not nudes, but like a picture of herself in a bra
That's a
or
cousin, you know,
swimsuit,
you never know.
and then like, what's going on? That's a cousin. I
That's
like
a
that.
cousin.
But how would you feel? Would you feel like it's okay? That's her friend. This is a straight guy.
You guys are asking me how I view cheating. What's my definition
because
of cheating?
you're giving off the point like he might be getting off, like somebody might be getting off of the like that, like
Or calling
insecurity,
it just a
security,
picture.
whatever. Would you think if you caught your girl sending that type of situation, would you think that she's just doing that for self-esteem, to boost her self-esteem, or just like, oh man, she's out here
I
flirting?
know that I wouldn't draw conclusions. First of
Okay,
all, I'm not
okay.
going to be catching myself going through anybody's stuff like that.
That's-
But if I come
that's a good
across
point.
it,
Valid.
if I come across it,
Listen,
however I did,
listen.
and let's say it's like a device like this, and things are just popping up, you know,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's whether it's a computer or something,
Which it usually
and it's
does.
in my face, and now I got to deal with it.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't just think cheat because
But again, what type of pictures are we talking about?
That's that spicy talk.
Because that's what.
What kind of
because
exchange?
You cannot tell me you're
I'm saying-
exchanging nudes and tell me it's like, oh, it's
yeah,
just
but
like a
sometimes you
picture.
can look at stuff and it could just be somebody. Okay, so
Your doctor, okay.
I get. So okay, if you're seeing the correspondence coming from the other party, that's one thing. I think that makes a difference because what if it's just okay? If I'm with someone, I would like to know like to think that they're beautiful, they're attractive, they're
Yeah.
probably commanding a lot of other people's attention. Now, what if the attention is from someone that's far away, like abroad, like
Okay.
you know, and like they're the ones like saying, hey, you know, come and settle down with me in London. Like, here, look at me, look at
different
my
from
house,
her
look at my
doing
junk,
it.
look at my body. I see that you're into this and that, and then they might just be saying, okay, I thought you were just following me on social media or whatever.
FYI,
Like, why are we going
for the
here?
people that do this from other countries, that's a waste of time, my G.
But people be
What are
doing
you
it.
doing?
Like what I'm saying
Oh
is
my
because I'm like
God.
worldly minded, I don't just see a picture being sent
Okay.
and then automatically assume that people are fucking.
No,
Let me just put
this
it that
is
way.
what
I
I'm
don't know if you
trying
can
to
cuss
say.
it.
She cannot control what she gets, but she can control what she
What's
sends.
being put out.
So don't.
So you're asking. That's what I'm
Just
saying.
because-
These questions
just be-
needs to be more specific.
I am. You said sending pictures, not receiving pictures. So I
I said,
asked
what
what
if
type
it's-
of picture
I asked
are you
because
sending?
I said if she was sending pictures in like a bathing suit or like a vibe.
So if she's
You
sending
can't-
nudes,
You can't change
Not
what you
nudes,
receive.
but like we're talking about, let's say like, because nudes is a very like, hey, we already know what's going on. But yeah, like that's it's too late. You lost your girl down, you move on, you make amends.
no, but sometimes news is just the
Nah,
setup.
you're
for that.
stuck-
What if it's
nah.
the flight? What if it's like okay?
Flight for what? Like
Hey, send the money. I'll be in London.
what?
Because now you see it.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that what I'm
That's
saying is
still
it's
like-
still,
that's
it's still,
proposition
but
in
it's still
somebody.
not confirmation that the cheating happened.
No,
yet.
but that's
Okay.
still.
Is all I'm saying.
No,
So
but you can
first,
tell that
I
if-
think if you answer the question, then maybe you can find a better response.
talk about it.
What constitutes as cheating?
exactly.
No. But like if
No,
you
is
said,
it the
I can answer
physical
that.
act or is it the emotional support that you get from the other person?
There you go.
Because if you okay,
Okay.
so now
This is nothing to me.
I feel like when you
Jesus.
allow yourself to be open, to be more emotionally attached to another person, then you're not as emotionally attached with the person that you're supposed to be with.
yeah.
Therefore, even though that person
You're trying to
isn't
answer it
there,
for me. I feel.
no, I'm
No,
I'm
she's
answering
giving
for
her
myself
vibe.
Oh,
as well.
okay.
Yeah,
I thought
this
you were
is me.
asking.
No. So if I'm being here mentally, because I feel like if you got somebody mentally, you got them.
Yeah.
Like just being there physically and being able to share someone's body, that's nothing.
Definitely.
But it's so for me, something that will hurt more is that emotional connection being shared with a different party.
And I
The
feel that's more
physical.
a feminine thing.
That's because we're more emotional, and you guys are not.
Okay.
So
but
my
one
answer
question
would be
before
cheating to me.
No.
Okay,
Before
go
you
ahead.
mentioned that, right?
Emotionally,
Just to add on to the
physically,
point
all
where
of
you
it is
said
cheating.
it's
gonna hurt
as long as you don't think they're fucking because they send the picture, right? Or physically involved. But them sending that, don't you think, given the opportunity, they would be with that somebody? And they're
Well,
emotionally
sometimes the
cheating with
picture
you.
is to
No,
say,
no, no,
okay,
I'm
what do
saying
you
they're
think? Sometimes the
emotionally-
picture is the definite no.
No, no,
This,
no.
we're not gonna be texting tomorrow
My
because
God.
of the picture.
Talk that talk, spicy.
Look, man, like I've been. Hey, I'm rounded, man.
No, no,
Like, sometimes that picture right there is
no.
what cuts it off.
I'm saying,
like,
I'm not-
okay,
I'm
so
not-
you be looking
I'm
at
trying to
old
be devil's
stuff.
advocate here. I'm not saying you're wrong, right? But
Oh, yeah.
in that same energy, right? In that same realm, when like, so you don't think emotional cheating is out there? Then you just think cheating is
I can
physical.
answer what's cheating to me.
Okay, go for it.
I feel like cheating.
You
Cheating is when something is done.
physically.
Cheating is something that occurs when you engage in an activity
Exactly.
while you have a partner,
Exactly.
and that partner is obviously deceived by you engaging in that activity.
Perfect.
As
Okay,
long
gotcha.
as that partner is privy to the expectation of it or to the actual knowledge of it,
Of course.
it's not cheating. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's an
And-
open relationship.
That's different.
That's not really
Yeah.
an open relationship. It's an understanding relationship.
No, it's
It's
Understanding
pretty
relationship.
open.
Yeah.
It's pretty I'm gonna be
No,
open
but it
enough
doesn't-
to
no, but it doesn't-
understand.
But it doesn't mean that you're gonna say we need to go outside of our relationship. It's just like, hey, maybe I'm not gonna give you that big of a deal. Okay, so
Yeah.
to tie it back, what I was gonna finish up saying there, maybe I'm not gonna give you a big of a deal if someone whistles at you and you say, ah, or if you be looking at booties like, whoa, you know. But going back to what you guys were saying, Remy Ma said, the way she put it,
Yeah.
I was saying there's holes in that.
Okay.
If you can do things, if you can't do that act in front of your significant other,
Yeah.
then it's cheating.
Yeah.
And my thing is, what if the act is not that what do you call that? Like
I don't know. I want you to tell.
it's
me.
not that it's not that big of a deal.
No,
But
that's again.
According
but
to who?
it's disrespectful if it was to be done in front of the
But your
significant
girl is the
other.
one who decides if it's a big of a deal or not, depending
Exactly.
on you doing it in front of her or not. If
That's
you,
what I'm saying,
You
there's
might
holes
be
in it.
doing the smallest thing on earth, but you do it behind her back, and she could think it's the biggest thing out there.
Okay, would you accept a girl handing you a slip and saying, "Here's my number," whatnot? What they do?
Dude,
they do
I'm
social
working at
experiments
the mall.
on this.
No, working on the mall, that happens to me.
Okay, would
almost
you
always.
accept it with your girl right there, or would you and then think about when if your girl wasn't there, how would that scenario play out?
Because half my sales happen
But again,
like if,
it's
Because I
all-
know there's like the taking of the number, the paper, and then there's a decision: do I stuff this in my pocket?
No.
Do I throw it out in the freaking trash?
could, like,
You
Now,
you-
or do I take this at all because someone's there, someone's not there?
You can keep it. Again, receiving the number is not an issue until you decide to text or do something about
Holler
that
back.
number you got. You
That's
can keep
reciprocating.
it in your pocket. You can keep it whatever. But if you decide to go and keep this number in your phone to
And then
text, to
text
call,
back. Yeah.
it's like a callback.
See.
You go for a job interview.
Like,
they
for
It's a
call
gray
you back
area
to
for me
come.
because why are you keeping that number?
No,
He's
no.
a random guy.
No, this is the thing. For example, I
That's
give
why
you.
you
But
looking
see,
at me.
I want you to get that number because I want, it's like, oh,
So it's nice to know that
So no,
someone
yeah,
else
you
finds
get
the
off.
lady
This is
attractive.
different. You're getting off of the fact that
No.
somebody else
I'm
is that-
saying.
Finds her
finds her
attractive.
attractive. That's a whole
Exactly.
different-
But I think that we're all like that. I think that this is a
Messed
human
up.
thing. That's a human thing. It's not getting
No, of
off.
course, no,
it's
no,
a
no.
human
It's
thing to
true.
know that
It's like
other
you've got
people
somebody-
are attracted
You're
to
with
your.
somebody that somebody
Exactly.
else wants.
Yeah, and it's
that's
like, but
weird.
I got
Yeah,
that.
that's some primal
You know?
stuff. Like it's.
But I want to
I'm
know.
saying-
Whether male or female, go
I
ahead.
want,
Go ahead,
I
bro.
want to
Just
know
go ahead.
if it's you're going to let that happen and then take that number and then text it back. That's what I want to know. But if at the same time you're like, okay, no, I'm not really interested, or like you let your partner know right in front of you that you're not interested, that even make you more proud. You know what I mean? Like,
But would you do the same show, partner not being there? Would you do that same spiel?
yeah.
You
Sometimes,
can
like, let's see.
Okay.
Okay, I go out sometimes and I talk to certain girls. They're like, oh, I have a boyfriend, even if the boyfriend is not there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like
What
you
about
have to.
you? If they come to you.
They come to me.
And your
Me
girl's
as a
there
man.
one time, and your
Yeah,
girl's
but-
there, so you're saying you would have a
I'm
response
I'm
to
an
where your
open
girl
guy,
can
you
feel
know.
like.
Honestly, I don't like to say no to girls, but
But see, that's what. But if your girl's there, you said there would be a response where, okay, I'm gonna respond in a way
These
to
things
where
don't-
you're like,
listen, in a realistic world, no girl is gonna approach you when your girl is right there with you.
Listen,
Unless-
that happened.
Yeah, it might
That happened.
It might
That happened.
I've seen
That
these
happened a lot.
guys take age.
You get it wrong. Listen,
I take it back.
you get it wrong. You get it wrong.
My bad.
When you with your girl, that's
it back.
when girls wanna talk to you.
No,
dude, as soon as
Listen,
you're taken,
what
that's
you
when
won't
they
tell me
say,
no.
oh,
Always tell him. He
Obviously,
would never
it's a
know
keeper.
Even when a
No.
girl
Listen.
is hitting on him, he's just gonna be. Oh,
because I heard you guys talking about that marriage thing with Kevin Hart, and I'm like, how come nobody is saying certain things
The money
that
back?
are like basic?
Like what?
I think
Like
things
with her
change
being
when
married, her being pregnant, and
Yeah.
him being successful,
Yeah.
and
change then.
He gets different passes.
Yep.
Is that what you're saying?
yeah, but like, yeah, why you would feel like, why would it be so easy for him to do it? Like
Gee.
that's when it can happen.
No, I
You
feel
know,
you, of
it's
course.
because they're married, man. Like,
And
you're a
he's
husband out
powerful.
here.
Yeah, like it's
It's
harder
not
to go
because-
away.
It's not because
harder to
they're
leave.
married. It's probably has been their way before they even got married. Just because you're married, I don't think like the number increased. Oh, now he's married. I'm trying to break it up. He's been heated on like by girls way before. Like just because you're
Okay,
in a
I think there's
relationship.
two things. I think I'm agreeing with you, but there's two things. Because I think you would agree. A married man,
Yeah.
just a man being married. Let's not talk about ugly people. Let's say it's just somebody you would be attracted to anyway. Like you would look at them and say, oh, they're an attractive guy, you know? Okay, but him being single, him being married. Wouldn't you, if you're just seeing a guy cursory, let's say you're scrolling online or whatever, or you see him in a social setting, whatever. Do you have more esteem for him knowing that he's a married person? Just as a woman, just
What do you
as that
mean-
woman
what do
out
you
there
mean
looking at him.
Like respect.
Respect,
Or like
high, just like
Desire,
high
like-
regard.
yeah, okay.
Whatever it is, and compare that with looking at him knowing that okay, he's a bachelor. There's nobody with him. There's nobody with the guy right now. Not in the way where you're thinking about it selfishly, like can I go get him or not? But just
it's
the guy being
respectable.
single
Okay, yeah, I
and the
see.
guy and a guy in your eyes as a woman being a married.
Okay, I see
family
what
man
you see by
or an
this. Back to
established
my
man.
point. Okay, cool, I got it.
Do you think it would matter one way or the other? Actually, this goes for both females.
Yeah, see,
It
because I
wouldn't
got
matter.
it.
I feel like I would not go to you if you're married.
Well, I'm not saying about the approach. I'm saying what regard would you
How
hold?
would you feel about them?
Like-
So, you could respect someone and even have an attraction to someone from afar without acting on it. It's like, oh, okay, I see him. Like, that's a man. That's what a man's supposed to look like. He's
Undeniable.
married. He's taking care of his family.
Yeah.
He's going to work. Oh, I like that.
or
I'm-
seeing
I'ma
how
look
he's
for
treating
something
the
like
woman
that.
right there in
Yeah.
front of you.
Even that, he's opening doors, all of that. So yes, I'm going to find that attractive in that person. But does that mean I'm going to necessarily be attracted to that person?
to go and
No.
make that step, maybe not.
But he's
But
saying
some
there's
women-
others out there that are capable of.
Exactly, because
they
they're
will
just
allow
waiting
you.
on
Yeah, yeah.
opportunity.
Yeah,
they're
So, but they're
opportunistic.
but they have him in a high regard because of
that's
him
what they want.
seeing how he gets to showcase how he would treat woman, and they can just easily click themselves in there.
And there
but
are
with
women
but
that
if a
will do
guy is
that.
just out here being loosey goosey, you know,
That's
like,
when they
hey, I'm running
become
the street, I
mistresses,
got this
actually.
on lock, player, different chicks every night, whatever. Or maybe you're guessing about it. Maybe he doesn't showcase that's how he is being single, but you have to guess, you have to wonder. They might not get that action like that guy who's showcasing how he would treat a woman, right there in front of everybody, in front of you. You see what I'm saying? Because it's easier for them to
I
see.
think I low-key get what you're saying. But I also, what I'm saying is
And
like,
then it's just a matter of opportunity.
it's not like, oh,
That I
you're
believe, 'cause you
married.
separate.
That I
You
believe.
see?
It's not like you're
Opportunity.
married, so I'm gonna, cause he was married with the other lady before. He still cheated on her.
Back to the
Right?
Kevin Hart talk.
Oh, Kevin Hart.
I just figured out.
Hold on,
cheated
the
on
wife that he
her.
has now.
No,
You're
the
saying-
wife before Her.
Yeah.
He cheated on
He
her
cheated
with
on
She
this
did on
current
her
guy.
with this new one. So
Alright, right.
I don't know why
Allegedly.
she's
I heard you
surprised.
guys.
Like,
Allegedly.
I don't even know why she's
Allegedly,
surprised.
back. Yo, this group name is lit though. But go on.
Allegedly,
Shut up.
because she say that's not true, but the ex-wife says that's how it went down.
Yeah.
I feel like that's too
And that's-
personal, though. I feel like that's just a gray area that a lot of people in society is probably not going to care about. Is if separated people that are separated from their spouse and on the way to divorce, do they get to sleep around or not? Because
Is that how
maybe
it
she
happened,
don't.
though? Or are you speculating that that's how it happened?
Well, all we know
But
is
what
that
if-
I
what
guess
if
they're
the
saying he
separation-
was married. I mean,
He was
okay, do we
married
have
when that
confirmation?
happened, and what if you are kind of the cause of the separation? Like,
Oh, like you
came
caused the
onto
separation.
him, and then he started promising
Hey,
you
it's greener grass over here
and
type
stuff.
of thing.
Yeah, and then I'm
Karma
like,
is,
oh, okay, I'm
They
gonna.
say the way you
divorce.
get them will be the same way you lose them.
Ras clot. Gone.
Oh.
But
Back to cheating.
back to cheating. So, it's a very gray area. We decided
Yeah,
it's like a very shaky thing
With
for
them. For him.
all of us
I mean,
in general.
at,
Like,
at,
it's-
the, at
it-
the
it don't-
moment, they say they putting it out there that they're happy.
I feel like it's all on our values to a
She
point
got
where
money
like,
talks. Kevin Hart,
Okay,
got that
okay,
bread.
cheating. When you have money, let's do this. You think
That's
people
cheating.
that have money get a pass?
Why did we agree as cheating?
I'm gonna say you're
That's
repeating
the
yourself.
thing.
'Cause I
Huh?
heard you say that last.
Yeah, we didn't get to discuss it though.
What?
What?
He said
You
that
heard you posed that
repeated it,
question before.
and we didn't get to
We didn't
discuss
get
it.
to
And now we're
answer.
trying
The same
to.
way
Oh, okay, yeah.
We didn't agree what is cheating.
No,
'Cause
about the
to-
past part.
No.
Short answer, yes.
To you,
People
what
with
is
money
cheating?
gets a pass, but it depends on who's judging the pass. Because people up
Yeah,
there,
it's very
they don't look at
different, yeah.
they don't look at the act as a pass. They just look at the act that's their normal. But maybe people without money, who has to depends on different things to carry your weight in a relationship, we might say, man, they get to do all that. They're getting a pass. You know what I'm saying? But the rules are different up there. So, but yeah, that's the short answer is that, yeah, I guess they get to do. Oh, you're asking if I say they should have a. Isn't that we're saying they should have a pass?
No,
or do
first
they
he
have
wants
a
to
pass?
know
period?
exactly what is cheating. He
Exactly.
had said that what he thought, in his opinion, what cheating was
Talk about it.
I
doing
was answering his question.
the.
No, but she
But
wanted,
she wanted to
know
hear
her
this first, and then
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
what.
okay.
But
Sorry.
the act,
It's okay.
the act being done or thought about without the other person knowing, with the other
Deceiving the
person
other
be
person.
unbeknownst to what's going on.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just leave it at that. That's basically what he was saying. Like if a person got the number or they're doing this texting and talking back and forth or whatever it is, and the other party has no idea, then he said he would consider that cheating.
That's cheating, and it
Okay.
has nothing to do with emotions. I feel, or the
Okay.
physical act, because it's just me being
Sneaky.
sneaky.
So,
Exactly.
okay, as long as you're texting another person that your partner does not texting or talking or whatever,
Could be considered cheating.
can be considered cheating.
Huh?
Is that what you're saying? Like, let's say you get a number from a girl and then
Hello.
you're texting, but she doesn't know about it. Your girl, actual
Uh-huh.
girl, doesn't know about it. That you're texting this other whole girl. Is that considered cheating,
Well,
or is it
and
like
he's
you
Well, it
sneaking
depends on
doing
the
it.
content of the text. But yes, if I have to hide what I'm
Okay.
texting,
from
or
her?
I can never reveal
Then
what
he's
I'm
cheating.
texting. You get it? But it's not that I'm texting a girl. That shouldn't be automatic grounds that I'm cheating.
No. Like if you're hiding what you're texting from your girl, like
Okay,
if,
that's a
if
whole
it's,
nother topic.
If it's, go ahead.
No, because the topic I was going to ask, because, like, is it okay for women to have friends that are guys? Where they're just
Yes,
friends? Are you
I
okay
feel
with
like that. And that's what I'm saying. And I don't need to
That's
know
what he's
everything
getting
they're
at.
talking about.
That-
What I'm saying is,
if
if
So he's saying that it should
if
be
they're
okay.
uncomfortable talking about the guy being present in their life, and I don't even know that the guy exists,
yeah.
So, saying-
then that's a special type of guy right there.
That's
He's a
different
guy
breed,
that's
huh?
commanding your
That's
attention,
specialist.
Yo.
and I cannot know about that command. Like, you see, I feel like that changes. I feel like it
He
changes.
just
Yeah, like-
discovered some new things as he
You
was
see
saying
him?
it. He
You
was
see him,
like,
whatever.
oh shit, like.
I can't with him.
But so, what about you, Marys? I feel like, what do you think is cheating, in your opinion?
Cheating is anytime that there's a constant, like, between two adults, I would say, like, they have a constant to, like, you know what I mean?
What?
I mean, they have like a contact type
Oh.
of contact,
Physical or emotional?
any type. Nowadays, it's like phone, everything, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And then, like, if
You just like they look at each other. They're
Exactly,
cheating.
and then-
it's over for us.
you in a relationship, and then the other one knows that you're in a relationship,
Yeah.
but you still having any type of contact, even texting, sexting. I don't know what's
That's what I
going
was
on these
gonna
days.
ask him.
You know what I mean? So anytime you be like, you call the other one honey or like sweetheart,
Okay.
knowing that you have another sweetheart, that's what is cheating. I
Being
just
a
want you
bartender.
cheating already. If you like, I mean, I'm Christian Catholic, so it's like they say in Catholic, like, but the fact that you just think about another woman, right?
In a certain type of way.
Like in a certain type of way, be like,
That you'll
yeah,
think,
yeah, you
oh,
already
I
cheated.
was
You already cheated on your wife
better.
just by thinking, just by the fact that you're thinking like, listen, this girl, man.
I mean, that's
I
gonna
think-
bring up this thing
Yeah,
that no one
like-
wants to talk about.
But yeah,
it's like what they say everybody does.
I know.
And
like,
I'm
I was
waiting.
about to say
To
that.
ask that question.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, don't you think at some point, somehow, these thoughts don't happen because everybody's like, yo.
Just say the P word, man.
What?
The P word that ends with the N.
Porno.
Exactly.
Oh. I was trying to
Porn is cheating.
You
Porn
know
is cheating.
this stuff,
Masturbation
Teresa. You ain't
is cheating.
that
Is it cheating?
sheltered or
Is
whatnot.
porn cheating?
What's cheating?
But look how much
No.
pictures
No,
you
no,
view.
no, 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 no.
No.
People say porn is cheating.
But it's a
talked
big
about this
thing.
last time.
It's a big
Porn
thing.
is
It's a
cheating.
big thing as far as people thinking
That's
that.
true. That's true. That's true. That's
And
true. I
people say,
guess
what the
so.
fuck?
I
I
don't
remember
think
the other time I was asking you, when you're masturbating, like, who do you have in mind you're doing whatever you're doing?
Whoever is
to?
asking, that's who I'm gonna tell. Whoever I'm with, I guess. You know, like,
See,
come on, that's a dumb
now,
question.
that's not fair because
'Cause
then it
what-
makes it seem like you are not entitled to whatever your fantasy is. And I don't
Exactly.
have
But
to
then who
necessarily
would
share
ask,
my
like-
fantasy
Exactly
with you.
what
Like
you-
my
that's true.
personal thoughts that I am not acting on is no one's business. And when I'm in my own privacy and I'm feeling like this is what I want to see, this is
like
what
a
it
monkey.
You're the
is.
Mr. Clean guy,
It,
right?
it doesn't have like it's no
No, but
one.
that's none of your business. That's what she
It's
said.
no one's
So,
business.
you
So it's
shouldn't be
like
asking, right?
yeah,
Or
exactly.
expect the answer to be.
No, you shouldn't be
It might,
asking
it
if
might
I
crush
am.
your
If,
feelings right now.
No, you shouldn't be asking because everybody is entitled to their certain amount of privacy, even within a
I believe in
relationship. And if I'm in my own head, in my own
My
like in
God.
my own area,
That's the only
and
time I
I'm
move
not.
myself.
That's what he's
Like-
saying. In
like-
some religious context, that's
Okay,
That's
cheating.
that's cheating
I don't
already.
even want to
Ritual.
talk about that because he said it was a Catholic thing, and I don't want to talk about what they were saying about the Catholic thing. Like, I'm gonna just leave that right there like
I don't wanna
that.
talk
So
about the
okay,
Catholics.
that's what.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
That's just how it is. You know what I mean?
All
Like,
right.
But okay, so this is a very
That's what
amazing vibe.
That's what I was like.
What do you think is cheating then?
Physical, emotional is cheating.
Okay.
Whatever. Like, this is what I was gonna ask you. You say if a guy is abroad, like let's say he's in London, sending you girl
London.
nudes, and they're still talking, the girl is responding to it. What if they're sexting? That's still not cheating just because he's miles away.
But they still, if he was not gonna show, he's going behind the girl's back. So technically, in his words, in his,
What if you know
It's
about
cheating.
it?
yeah. I'm a.
if you know about it in his world,
If I
it's
know
not.
about it,
He
it's
just told you
not.
it's
Okay,
not.
this idiot thinks he can
Yeah, like if
you know what? Take his money
exactly
for all
like
that.
yo,
Like,
send him that Western Union stuff. My God, he's on that Vibes Cartel right there. I
See,
can't.
there's a difference, Teresa. Like, I feel like it's the knowledge.
I was about to say that. I want to say as
And
you get
people be
older,
having
also.
swing parties.
They
you gotta
do.
understand
Yeah.
that thing is
They
big.
do.
You gotta
Yeah.
understand that people dip in and dip out for fun.
And
Um,
actually, when you're in a relationship for a long
that stuff
time,
is
and when you
big,
get
we just
older,
don't know,
I feel
like-
like when you get older, you become more open to things to keep your marriage or relationship going.
Yeah,
And but
but
it's later. But then at that point, it becomes an open relationship when things like that
Well-
are happening. You know what I mean?
well,
and,
here's-
and it's not no one's being deceitful.
Here's how I guess if you enter through the back door of what I'm saying, you can put it this way. Cheating is when an act can occur and when knowledge of the act is revealed, someone feels insecure. someone feels like the relationship is now not in a secured place.
Okay.
That's another way to
That
kind
is
of
a
just
very
look
good.
at it.
I agree with that. That's
Yeah.
a good way
Yeah, I
to
like
look
that
at it.
explanation.
That's a good ass way to end it.
There you go.
Awesome.
Now you
Yeah.
say it.
Hey,
Now you
okay.
say it.